Hi everybody, Jared O'D here at Dynamis. Today I wanted to share some of the insights that we've gained in working with lone workers since 2007. When asking people to share their lone working safety experiences with us on our courses, we often hear this one phrase: "This happened early in my career, but it would never happen to me now." And so one of the lessons that we've learned is that people who are just starting out in their careers often don't have yet the experience under their belt to make sure that they keep safe during these interactions they have out in the community. The next thing that we hear people say is that in their experience, when they got the heebie-jeebies in a given situation, it was just a gut feeling, a bad feeling that arose from their intuition that something was wrong and they needed to pay attention to safety. And often they couldn't explain exactly what those things were that set them off. But of course, that's their definition of intuition, knowing something without knowing why. The third comment we hear from staff is that they didn't have all the information they felt they needed when they went on that particular visit or went out on that particular task. The need for information when it comes to safety is absolutely critical, and we see this time and time again when information sharing and the lack of information that a team or an individual had could have made all the difference when they decided to proceed with that task, go ahead on that visit, or interact with that vulnerable person. The fourth comment that we hear is that even though people perhaps get a bad feeling, their intuition tells them that something is wrong, or even when the client service user is in distress, very frustrated, angry, aggressive, potentially even behaving dangerously, that the staff member didn't feel that they were confident to leave that situation and proceed to a place of safety because they so strongly felt their duty of care. The fifth comment that we hear so much is that nobody's checking on the workers throughout their working day, but especially that nobody's checking with them in the evening, at nighttime, or when they're finishing their shift. Essentially, they tell us that if something happened to them during the working day, they're not sure who would find out when they need help or how that would happen. So our training seeks to address those 5 comments just as a fundamental basis for good lone worker personal safety training. We need to talk about people's experiences. We need to make sure that they feel confident in using their intuition. We need to give people information and figure out ways to share information between teams. People need clarity about what exactly their duty of care is and whether they're allowed to leave dangerous situations. And finally, we need to tighten up on our systems of supervision, monitoring, and tracking staff if that's appropriate, in order to make sure that as a team, we're keeping each other safe and that we have the right systems in place to make sure that people can go out and work alone in the community effectively and in safety.